Hello and welcome back to the Honey Temple podcast. If you're listening to this on the audio version or if you are watching the video version on my YouTube channel, Soul Self Mastery. My name is Lee, intuitive wellbeing coach and teacher, and today we are going to look at the Summer Solstice Energies. If I get time, I might do a little bit of a meditation at the end. We will see how it goes and what comes up, because I do not really prepare for these. I have pulled some cards ahead of time, so I'm not doing that on screen, so hopefully I can be a little bit shorter, not take up too much of your time. I had a bit of resistance to doing this video because I just wasn't feeling, I was feeling quite heavy myself this week. And then I thought, that is the whole point. You can't always come on here all singing, all dancing. As a spiritual teacher, you have to be real. And this is the energies at the minute. We are in what's called like a birth canal. It's like a spiritual birth canal is probably the best way of describing it. And I am getting many messages of people feeling tired, people really getting triggered, and a lot of anxiety and stuff coming up, whether it be mentally struggling or physically, like physical symptoms. So they're all connected. And if I was to help you understand, so if you watched my energy reading for June, you will understand that this is the 6th month, and the 6th month is all about love. And it's all about returning to the heart, okay? And we are obviously still in June, and we have this very powerful solstice energy in a couple of days. So we're in the energy of that as I'm recording. It's this Sunday, I'm recording this on the Friday, as it is just miserable here over in Ireland. It is just, the rain is falling, but it is here to serve us. That is why it's here to help shift these energies for the light to come in. So the solstice is the day of the most light, is the longest day. And what that means is when it is the day of the most light, we are building up to that. And it's almost like, it's like the birth of the new you. So if you imagine, you are, let's say 9 months ago, which was actually the autumn equinox, which is otherwise known as Mabon, which is when we are doing our first authentic self retreat. I'll talk about that another time. But so that is when there was the conception of either the new you or a new idea or a new way of working, or you simply wanting to connect with parts of you to really change your life. And, there can be this version of you now who can say, like, I want this and I want this and this is how I want it to be. But when you actually step forward into that, it can be the old versions of ourselves or the younger versions of ourselves that are sort of stuck in the shadow, stuck in trauma, reliving that we actually need to integrate and heal and see and love to be able to move forward. So you're moving forward in this effortless flow. Okay, loving all parts of you. That's why June is connected to unconditional love and returning back to the heart. So many people are really struggling at the minute, and this is why I wanted to come on and do this video and to say you're exactly where you're meant to be. It is the breakdown before the breakthrough. And I know that is a pain to hear, but let me just give you some reassurance. If anybody has given birth, or if anybody knows about it, it's not easy in the last month. That is where we're at. And there is a part of us, whether you are the one coming out of the birth canal, not that we remember, but you could imagine how tough that is. It's quite cozy in here. I like it in here in this womb. And I have to step out of my comfort zone. And now this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. But I'm also scared. I'm scared of what will come. And it's change and it's different. And I have to step out of comfort zone. Okay. If you're giving birth, it's the same thing. Like all you want is for this child to come. And then you're going, oh, but it's so much nicer here, I can still sleep and I don't have to feed it. And it's going to grow up and leave, and there can be all sorts of things. Okay. So I'm just giving you from that two perspectives to help you understand. And so this summer solstice energy is on Sunday. It is on the day of the sun, like wherever you are in the world, it's in and around that. I don't know the exact, you can check that, but I don't really do the details too much. And really what that means is it is a celebration, actually. It is, and that's why I'm wearing the gold. It's all about the sun and the gold. I've even got these lovely gold earrings that one of my priestesses got me, like the shells. I love that, Mary Magdalene. And so it is the day of the most light. It is all about the sun, and the sun is like our masculine energy. The sun is our fun, is celebration. It actually is the marriage of it's the marriage of like earth and sky, which is father, I'm just trying to get this right, father sky, mother earth. It is the marriage of, you know, the god and the goddess. You know, in the traditional Litha festivals, you know, they lit bonfires and they danced around. It was a celebration of the union. But what that means is it's the union of your masculine and feminine energy also, okay? And the integration and you connecting with all parts and moving forward fully whole, okay? But we're still in the shadow phase, okay? So, you know, this is the darkness before the light, all right? So I've pulled some cards just to help me with the flow of this, because I really, if I started and prepare all of this, I would be stopping and starting, and it's just not me, okay? I have to be in the moment and channeling a wee bit in the moment. So I love the first card I picked, was Isis. And, you know, Isis, like, she is the ultimate priestess of the light. Please excuse my nails because I'm giving them a break. I'm getting them done next week. Interesting. Call back your power and what is rightfully yours. Okay, so she is reclaiming magic. So I always see power as your light. And look, you will have heard me talk about our retreat, Authentic Self Retreats. I don't want to keep banging on about it, but we did a beautiful podcast, the broadcast previous. I'll put the link below for anybody on YouTube. But if you're on the Honey Temple podcast, it's the previous one where all three of us are on chatting, Samara and Laura. So Samara from Evolve by Samara and Laura by Align with Purpose. And the three of us are doing this beautiful retreat on it's Sunday, the 20th of September out in the gorgeous Galgorm Resort. And it's all about your authentic self. So what I'm feeling, the energy at the minute, and it's very similar to that. It's all about not dimming to fit in. It's all about you shining as your true self and loving all parts of you. And when you do that, much like a lighthouse, you find your people, you find your tribe. We are not for everybody. Just like, you know, me and Laura and Samara are not necessarily for everybody, and not everybody will be attracted to the retreat, and that is okay. Do you know? So this is about you. You know, Isis is reclaiming magic, calling back your power from this lifetime and others where we have inherently give it away. When we give our power away, something simple like saying yes when you actually mean no, not wanting to do something, people pleasing, trying to fit in, go with the flow, not be difficult, not speak your truth. There can be all sorts of stuff. And can you imagine how many examples we have in this lifetime alone? When we were born and growing up as a child, okay? So she is here to, you know, to lead the way with, calling back your power and what rightfully yours. And she has this light at the top of her head, look at that, okay? And that is connected to the sun, Sirius. And Sirius is the spiritual sun. So that will be shining really, really bright. And so connected with Isis, because I have pulled 2 cards from sort of each deck, is Lady Portia, okay? And Lady Portia is all about karma, overcoming limitations. So blocks are coming up. You will be noticing dreams quite vivid. You will be feeling all old feelings and old memories and old people coming into your head or back into your life, or like old like behaviors and things that you thought that you had dealt with or you had healed coming up, okay? It's like an opportunity, you know, to go back over that again and really sort of nip it in the bud so you can step forward. I'm hearing stepping forward into this new 9-year cycle. This is the number 1 year, 2026. And we are dealing with new beginnings and foundations in the masculine. So we're stepping into this expansion energy next year, which is number 2 year. So Lady Portia is here with that like the crown chakra, that, you know, that violet color to help release an old karma. Letting go of the need to be right, actually says here, overcoming limitations, okay? And we can put those limitations on ourselves. Generally, it is us self-sabotaging our old versions of ourselves. And we can think it's other people. We can think it's a negative entity. But generally, it's our own shadow, okay? Not all of the time, but that's what you work through first, okay? And don't go into the fear. If something triggers you, that is something shining a light within you that you do not want to look at. Okay, so next bit is, and I love this, I love the lioness because I'm a Leo, and I'm feeling then we have the Lionsgate energy coming up in August. And yeah, we have the other animal card is reliability, which is the goat. And funny, underneath that is the horse. So this is the year of the horse, and this is you stepping into the second half of this powerful year. You're actually moving now. You're actually coming out of the stable. All right. You can gallop, you can trot. What's all the different ones? Gallop and trot and prance. Prance isn't one, but anyway, you can dance. You can do whatever you want. And underneath the root of a lot of that is purpose. So many people are sort of thinking about what is I'm here to do, and we can get stuck in this, in purpose and in work, because we're not where we want to be now. But you know, this is where there is something, this is where we have to let go and surrender and allow the old version of us to almost die away, to almost fall away, to be reborn. You don't need to know what that is. You don't actually need to do very much, but rest and don't overthink, and don't get annoyed with yourself for being tired, for being in like a mental torture or a physical pain. Come back into your heart, come back home to what feels good to you in this moment. You know, whatever that is, if it's having a bath, if it's putting a movie on, if it's, you know, just having some chocolate, whatever is going to feel good to you, you do it. You won't need to be there for very long, but you just need to do what you need to do to be okay in this moment. Okay? Self-regulate. And then we have the dragons. And I've been feeling the dragons swirling around for a wee while. And of course we have the water dragon today, because it is just miserable down to wherever I am anyway. And water is so important. Water is the feminine, and water is here. It helps you flow easily around obstacles. Now, isn't that just perfect? Christ's light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities and go with the flow. And I did when was it? The Pleiades activation was May time, that's sort of third week in May. And then I did a 6/6 portal on June, which was a couple of weeks ago, and those were very supportive energies for our third eye. Our third eye is being activated so we can see more, so we can be more psychic, and that's why you're almost adjusting to these new energies. And it's quite there's quite a lot of energy coming in, quite a lot of visions people are seeing. They're seeing the truth of a lot of things around them. That can be destabilizing, do you know? I thought I'd seen the card of stability there somewhere. That can be. So that's why you have to ground in that. And we're in this spiritual birth canal, so to speak. And we just have to be here for a wee bit and just go with the flow, because you can't rush that birth, okay? But if you resist, I'm saying putting the 2 feet up, do you know, then it becomes painful. So it's all about the flow. And that's why the water and the rain is here to help us, okay? Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice this. To help us with the birth, look, the Omega Dragon, who is holding an egg. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. We are all here to create something in our life. Something is being birthed within us, but we can be in resistance to it. Nobody likes change too much, and stepping out of comfort zone and possibly leaving others behind, or whatever that means. So what's your intention for the next 6 months? Hold that, sit with that, visualize that, and then surrender to the how. Okay, and that's why I call the intentions are important. We had the start of this week. So this week, yeah, we did. We had the start of this week, which was the new moon. That's new intentions, new beginnings coming in. And then we've been sort of perusing that. What is it that we want? And then it's really using, harness the power of the solstice to manifest that, okay? Intention, hold your vision, birth a higher consciousness. We're collectively birthing a higher consciousness. There's a lot going on in the world at the minute. And I encourage you, if it's affecting you, to take a step back and just focus on you, fill you up, tend to your garden, then you can move forward and help the collective. I couldn't show up here trying to help others if I hadn't looked after my own lane in the last couple of years to be able to support. Otherwise, I would just be projecting, okay? Then we have, I love this, like, fill your cup up. It's literally till it's overflowing. Okay, till it's overflowing. Is that light? Is that better? Don't know if that's any better, but anyway, it just seemed to have got very, very dark there. Okay, so look at that, the Holy Grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness, and you are what you seek. You are what you seek. You are the problem and the solution is what I'm hearing. And so we can be, like I was helping one of my team earlier, or one of, the support I help people with. Anyway, it's one of the business groups that I take them through, and they were doing a 6-month plan. And I was like, that's all brilliant, but that's more of an intention. Now we need to do the how. How do you bring all that to light? What does that look like on a daily basis, daily habits, daily behaviors? Part of that will be actually self-care and resting. It's not all the doing, okay? And sitting with yourself is key to hear the answers. Not anybody else, not anybody outside of you, not looking in comparison to others, okay? And there's the Venetian Galactic Council, answer the call. It's time to shine. Look at that, shine. Shine in your light. Okay, we're getting these new Hathor light codes are coming in this Sunday. Full system upgrade, power recall. Okay, so what that means is the tiredness is not just a tiredness. It's like you are being plugged in already. You're being forced to a rest, forced into a forced rest to allow the downloads to come in, because they can't come in if you're running around or if you're too busy. Okay. And then we have, Earth Star activation, which is Isis energy again. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to do a little bit of a meditation here. If you can do that now, great. If not, pause it and come back to it. We are sitting here 17 minutes in, and we'll just do a quick grounding meditation. We'll see what wants to come through. Okay, I'm just going to take my glasses off for that. So I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes and just slow that breath down. And just breathe in nice and deeply in through the nose for 3. And I'm immediately seeing the sun coming up. I'm seeing the solstice. I'm seeing the sun rising. The dawn, a new dawn. A day is dawn, a new day, a new life for me. And it feels good. So as that sun comes up, I want you to almost visualize this light, and I want you to put your shoulders back, and I want you to open that heart, and I want you to lift your throat up as well, so it activates your throat at your third eye, your solar plexus just beneath your rib cage. So you open your hands, and you're basically saying, I'm ready to receive. You're being in your feminine, you're ready to receive, you're ready to balance the giving and receiving part of your life. And I want you just to stand in that light, to bathe in that light. That's really wonderful. And just slow the breath down in through the nose for 3. Out through the mouth for 6. And as you allow the light in, the light is almost like it's zooming inside your system, your nervous system, your chakra system, your endocrine system, your organs, your bones, your joints, your muscles. And I'm seeing it's almost like versions of you in the shadow, like running from the light. It's like, bright light, bright light. It's reminding me of the movie Gremlins. It's a very old movie. I used to love it, but scared of it at the same time. So this light is coming in. And only it was water with that. So this light is coming in, and all these parts of you are running. So I want you to, this is interesting. I want you to hold your hands out like you're about to give birth. And these parts of you are going to come out, literally run out down your arms and into your hands. And you're going to hold a bubble of light in front of you. And this is you holding all these versions of you that are hiding, all these versions of you that are in the shadows that want to be seen and loved by you. Yes, by others, but mainly by you. You're the only one they need right now. And then you hold and protect them. So it's almost like this safe container. It's like a baby's cradle you're holding, and they're all jumping in here. They don't really have a choice. But then allow them, it's like I'm saying little small people, lots of little small versions of you. And I want you to just reassure them, it's okay, I've got you. And I want you to just rock them. You can feel yourself rocking, rock yourself like a cradle. And you're just rocking, and you're calming the nervous system, and you're just letting them know it's safe, letting them know that you've got them, letting them know there's nothing to worry about, and just feel them just all go into sleep. And then you're going to place your hands on your heart, and you're going to allow them all to come back into your heart, nice and safe. And one by one, you're going to connect with them as triggers come up and as things come up to deal with. This will be a version of you, an age of you. And they just simply need loved for now. They just need to know they're safe. Safe to be seen. Safe to cry. Safe to laugh. Safe to be angry. Safe to just be in their shadow. And they just need held. And we're just going to leave them there. And then we're going to move our hands down to our sacral, our solar plexus, and our sacral, just, the belly. But you're sort of spreading your hands over all of it. So it's like your sacral chakra and your solar plexus at the same time. And you're going to just visualize this area. This is the rebirth. And the birth is the new you. I want you to bring forth intentions for the next 6 months. What are you visualizing? What are you calling in? And look, not just visual. Yes, it can be actual things, monetary things, but also new behaviors, new ways of being as well. Just take a moment to connect with your intentions. And I'm seeing them like a clock, because all I can hear is this clock in the background. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. So just, it's as many as you wish. You can fill that clock if you want. Just take a moment as it ticks. It looks like a pie chart to me. I want you to think of different areas of your life, okay? So think of you and your own self-care. Think of you and your purpose or work. Think of you as a mother or a father. Think of you as a partner. Think of you in your own health, maybe your home, maybe your body. Just think of different areas. Also bring in fun. This is all about fun. And I do encourage you to do something fun this weekend. Laughter is the only medicine we need. And then you're going to visualize that in your sacral, and you're going to pop it out into your hands. I guess just this, it's like a sun in your hands. And as the sun comes up, you're going to lift your hands up. It's almost going to, when the solstice is at its peak and the day of the most light, this is your opportunity to raise this up. And it's almost like a jigsaw piece, and they're going to connect together and match up and align. That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's really beautiful. And just feel that sink back into your body. Then you must let go and surrender. And what you can do then after this, when you are ready, is, I encourage you maybe to write these down, and then like, what steps can I take to move towards that, actually, because that's only the first step, and you do have to do things to make stuff happen, not just wish it. But I encourage you to, I've pulled a couple of cards here just to end on. And one is called the Seer. And it's basically see beyond your current situation. And it's a picture of a lady with a crystal ball, but she's completely covered. You are your own seer. Only you know. And that's you. Activate. Don't see through these two eyes. See through your third eye now. And the current situation, see beyond that. That is not the defining moment. And if you struggle with it, hand it over to God, okay? Put your focus on something that you can work within, okay? That you have almost power over or control over, okay? And let the other play out. But have the highest intention of all involved, okay? You may be asked, the other card here is the Warrior. Okay, so just this warrior card of being fearless and stand strong. And I've been feeling this a lot. Bridget energy. I went down to Bridget's well a couple of weeks ago, and this real fire energy is here, where we are just not accepting bad behavior. We're not accepting being not treated well. And you're being asked to step into your warrior energy and actually protect yourself, stick up for yourself. Don't allow anybody to put you down or dim you or gaslight you. We have done it for centuries. So be fearless and stand strong in your truth. And I'm seeing for many of you, if you have a difficult situation going on at the minute, take a minute, and your higher self is stepping forward. It's not for everybody, but your higher self is stepping forward and wants to put some more paint on. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying these just to prepare you, but it's okay. It's all going to be okay. We just have to hold all parts of us. Now's the time. Interesting. And then we have the spirit fox, and trust your talents and changing times. And to me, and actually he has a little sun symbol just under his chin. And to me, the fox is shadow work, okay? But it's also, just trust your talents and changing times. This is you being authentically you, just authentically you. What is you? I had a client in the other day who I've been working with for years, and she said, I'm just loving the weirdness of people now. And I was like, because you're embracing the weirdness within yourself, And that is it. It's just allowing yourself to be you, Whenever my marriage broke, I took a lot of time to myself. And then when I was ready to get on the dating scene, I had to go on those horrible apps. Oh my good God, I'd write a book about this. Although I wasn't on them for too long. And you know why I wasn't? Because I just was like, this is me, and like it or lump it. And almost from the beginning, I was almost just ridiculously weird because I just thought, if you don't like me in my fullness, it's not going to work. I actually worried that I wouldn't meet somebody as weird as me, but I did. So, yeah. So trust your talents in changing times. Your true authentic self. Who is that? And love them. Set them free. Freedom. That's my word of the year. Set them free. Okay, and watch this beautiful life unfold. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening, and reach out if you are struggling, or if you would like some advice or some help or support, or if you'd like to go to our beautiful new retreat. It's called Authentic Self Retreat. I will pop the details below on that, but I will do another video. I will pop also below the podcast, and you can listen to that and just see if it's for you. Okay, much love.